Let's bring in International Affairs Analyst Paul Ejime for more on this development. Mr. Ejime, the question on the lips of some is whether or not the African leadership now has a full understanding of the intent behind the Paris summit, particularly when you consider this vis-a-vis the impact of previous summits and the history that France had with the continent.
Well, thank you for having me. And let us not minimize the importance of whatever opportunity you have to talk about problems. And then Africa has a lot of faith. But the point, like you said, is that you have to prioritize. This is a period where, what are they talking about? COVID-19, the pandemic, the impact on African economy. Yes, it's been projected that perhaps this year, African economy will face a recession that it has never seen for the past 25 years. Fine. But you also look at it's not today, the economic problem has been there. So you will wonder, okay, what is the urgency? The other thing is that you talk about the COVID. COVID, Africa is not doing badly, but that is not to say that you should also go to sleep. In other words, there are a number of other concerns that Africa should now be facing. You have governance concern, you have insecurity in most, Sahel, ECOWAS region, and across Africa, the Central African Republic and all that. The man who is the chairman of African Union, that is President Felix Tshisekedi. And then Nigerian president is also going there. What do we have at home? You know what is there, insecurity. People are dying every day. More people are dying from other causes, created by social, economic, and political crises, like diseases, like cholera, like people are displaced. You have IDPs in all these refugees in across Africa.
Indeed, Mr. Ejime, there's the poverty index that is truly troubling. But let us quickly touch on how the Nigerian president is reacting to this. You look at his speech, he's mentioned that Nigeria must seize the chance to strengthen military and economic ties with France, particularly at this time. Is there a sense to which all of this would culminate in advantages that we have not taken from looking inwards to solve our own problems?
Yes, of course. Talking with France, if you know the influence that France has on its former colonies, where the records are not quite clear because it's muted, but that the 14 former colonies are contributing about 500 billion euro to the French economy. Meanwhile, the economies of these African countries are the ones we are talking that are not in good shape. Some are bad, external debt, and then bad management, and then the problem of undemocratic kind of corruption, nepotism, and all kinds of things are there. Okay, if it's an opportunity, knowing this kind of influence that France has. But is that how many minutes, what is the opportunity that they have to discuss? The problem in Africa, and France has cannot absorb itself in the instability and the stabilization of some of these former colonies. Chad is there, Cote d'Ivoire is there, Mali is there, Central African Republic is there. All of them, France cannot absorb itself. So talking to France to actually define what is his agenda, because what is happening is, and we cannot fault France for pursuing his international interests, but it's also time for France to leave some of these countries to become independent.
Indeed, Mr. Ejime.
Politically and economically.
And I think you capture it well in your article when you mention that it's important for Africans to stop waiting for external solutions to its problems, but indeed begin to look inwards and address all of these challenges. International Affairs Analyst Paul Ejime, thank you so much for talking to us tonight.
Thank you for having me.